Many people know how the weather can impact their immune system and make them more susceptible to contracting illnesses, but fewer people know about the physical and mental effects that the weather could cause to their body. I sat down with Misericordia University Master's in Occupational Therapy student Mara Shimento to discuss the impacts that the weather has on your physical and mental health.
Well, it's winter right now, and that's prime time for falls because of ice and snow, especially in the geriatric population. So it's definitely important to make sure that you're walking safely and deliberately. Make sure that you're near railings and or you have someone to help you walk. It's also prime time for heart attacks because you're over extenuating yourself as you're shoveling snow. Make sure to look for warning signs like shortness of breath or accelerated heart rate to note for signs of heart attack.
Winter is not the only time of the year that causes problems. Summer comes with a whole different list of concerns to your health.
In summertime, the most common diagnosis then is dehydration. So you definitely want to make sure that you're hydrated throughout the summer.
Mara went on to say that wintertime is primarily a concern for the geriatric community due to the fall risk and the overexertion, which could lead to heart attacks. On the other side, summertime is a big risk for younger people, such as teenagers involved in physical activity and sports. In the hot and humid summer months, they need extra water to keep themselves from getting dehydrated. Not only can the weather affect your body physically, but there's also mental disorders associated with the changing of seasons and weather.
It's known as seasonal depression disorder. Pretty much that's just when it gets colder and darker, you feel more depressed yourself. You feel less motivated to partake in certain activities, and you're just more depressed than you usually are during the summer hours. Some people do have it worse than others, but mostly everyone has it a little bit, just innately in themselves. But some people do have an actual diagnosis for it and do take medications like Zoloft. Make sure that you get plenty of sleep, stick to your normal schedule that you do carry on throughout the summer, and make sure that you participate in interests that you have. Well, people who have extreme cases develop a sense of catatonia, which means that you're not social, you're not getting out of bed, you don't like light, you keep to yourself. All those things that you're feeling when it's dark out, like, oh, I don't want to go to work today because it's dark out. It's just that completely amplified to an extent that interrupts their everyday functioning.
According to Mayo Clinic, seasonal affective disorder is very common and affects more than 3 million people in the U.S. alone every year. If you would like to learn more about seasonal affective disorder, visit mayoclinic.org. For Up in the Air, I'm Zach Chabala.